Beyonce is the most impactful and influential artist of the 21st century. Her powerful vocal capability, fierce, energetic stage presence, and fiery choreography, along with her prestige and respect she receives from everyone in the world and every artist and name in the entertainment industry, makes her an icon and queen. Her longevity and preservation that she has attained is remarkable, and she has impacted and influenced almost every artist, especially black female artists after her. Beyonce has been on top for 25 years, winning many Grammys, selling out stadiums, going number one, and being the queen for decades. But it seems that no one is even coming close to begin to fill her shoes, and I think that's quite interesting. And many people over the last decade have been wondering who will be the quote unquote next Beyonce. A couple artists have been included in this discussion, and I'm going to go over who could be the best contender, hypothetically, and who isn't. And when we say next Beyonce, all people are really saying is who's the next black female superstar that can and could and will dominate on a global level. And first, I just want to say, I genuinely don't see nobody in the near future being the next Beyonce. Like, Beyonce came before social media, and pre-social media artists and legends were just able to reach a different level of iconicness. These new girls just don't have half of what it takes to be Beyonce. And this isn't even just about singing and dancing. Beyonce is a whole machine, on and off the stage, and nobody in this century can even come close. I just had to throw that in there. So first, we have Normani. Normani is a singer and dancer that started in the group Fifth Harmony after competing in the talent series X Factor. All the members were teenage girls that sang about normal teenage and young adult things. The group was kind of messy and somewhat generic, but they seen a nice amount of success with a handful of top 10 hits and multi-platinum hits. Then Normani left the group to spontaneously release a couple singles, but her career has been on standby for 4 years. When Normani first went solo, she was often rumored to be the quote-unquote next Beyonce, which I wholeheartedly disagree with, but I'm going to get into that in a second. She even met Beyonce and got some great words of encouragement from the queen, as she let her know she'd been watching her. But Normani wasn't really being called the next Beyonce because of her sheer talent, presence, and skill. People just did that because we don't have a black female artist that is a triple threat and can be a number one superstar like Beyonce or even Rihanna. So since she was inspired by Beyonce, she's black, can dance, and hold a tune, people wanted to call her that. But this statement is false. Normani just honestly doesn't have the it factor that Beyonce holds. And if you disagree, I'll let you know why you're wrong. Normani cannot even hold a note like that, like Beyonce could when she was her age. Like, Beyonce was out singing all singers except Mariah Carey when she came out. Like, vocally, she's just on a whole nother level. Then she didn't really lip sync either. She sang and danced live, and not just like little 1-2 choreography. No, like Tina Turner choreography. And Normani can't even do that. The 4 performances that she's had in the past 4 years were just meh. It was nice and it wasn't bad, but yeah, it was meh. And to have 4 televised performances in 4 years is just embarrassing. Beyonce at 21 will have 4 performances in 1 day. Like, are you serious? And to discuss her star power, she just lacks it. At least in comparison to a Beyonce. When Beyonce was in Destiny's Child, she was a star. It was plain and simple. But don't do too much on Kelly and Michelle, because they are forces of their own. I'm going to have to do a video about them. But Normani was in a girl group, and she wasn't even the star. And not only was she just in a girl group, she was the only black girl in the group. But she wasn't even the main character. Like, what? Like, I get it if there were other black girls, but she was the only one. And she didn't even really stand out. That says a lot because Camila Cabello was the star of the group and the main character, but Normani could barely attract attention as the only black girl, and she's supposed to be the next Beyonce? Yeah, okay. That's like putting a 6'5" basketball player on a team with players that are 5'11", and he's still making mediocre plays and he on the bench. Like, what are you even special for? And I'm not saying this to just say that just because Normani was black, she was going to be and was supposed to be better and have more talent than the other girls, which is usually true, but it's more just about standing out. She had the recipe and the whole image to stand out from everybody, but she blended in with them all. None of it helped. And this is why she could never be the next Beyonce. Also, she doesn't even release music consistently. And I know y'all gonna say it's her label, it's this, it's that. But if Normani really wanted to have her music out there and have the drive like Beyonce, she would have it on SoundCloud, she would be on live, be connecting with her fans, something. Not just posing with Ryan Destiny, Lori Harvey, and Megan Thee Stallion. And all this is no hate to Normani. She's a nice artist, and I'm pretty sure a con woman. But Beyonce? Beyond nah. Now another black female artist that has been in the discussion as the next Beyonce is Miss Chloe Bailey if you nasty. And I'm gonna say this. If anybody, and I mean anybody, could come close, it would have to be Chloe. She has the talent, skill, determination, versatility, extravagant live vocal skills, musical intellect, energy, and training to be the next Beyonce. Chloe has been in the game since she was a toddler and actually played a young version of Beyonce in the Fighting Temptations. And then she was signed with her sister to Beyonce's label and production company, Parkway Entertainment, as Beyonce's only artist to this day. So her history with Beyonce has been in the making for literally 20 years. Like, literally. Chloe is magnificently talented. She has a distinct tone and vocal capability just like Beyonce did. She can sing and dance live like Beyonce did and does. She can also act just like Beyonce did. And she's a literal triple threat. She's actually a sex triple threat because she can do all six things. Like, the girl is crazy talented. She's a very active songwriter. She can produce, which she did for her and her sister, and she can even play instruments as she plays the piano. I could actually see Chloe going in a Prince route so she can sing, dance, act, produce, write, and play instruments. Like, what artist in this day and time is doing it like Chloe? I don't think anyone is. Chloe's range is crazy too. She can go super high, like a really high soprano, then go deeper than Toni Braxton. And then Beyonce is her mentor. So yeah, if anybody possibly could take the title, it's Chloe. I just think Chloe went wrong in the way of marketing herself. She kind of just yanked herself in a totally different image and direction that we had known her for from her duo Chloe and Halle. And I think her going solo was a little premature. We had just really started to accept Chloe and Halle into the mainstream when they stopped, which is not a good decision for the group. And I know Holly had the Little Mermaid, and I'm glad she took the role, but the group would have been on a whole nother level if they would have just kept going. But all is well, and everything happens for a reason. In Pieces was actually a nice project, but because of how she was marketing herself and making people cringe, people didn't receive it well. They just thought it was trash, but it was actually pretty good. But I don't see Chloe as a quitter, so I know she's going to come back harder than ever and redeem herself. In conclusion, I believe if anybody could be the next Beyonce, aka next black female global superstar, it would be Chloe. But who knows? Because nobody can top the queen.